Next up, we got Eastern Illinois first-year head coach Chris Wilkerson. They're going to start the season Thursday night at FBS foe Northern Illinois. So, Coach, just some general thoughts on your team heading into the season.
Yeah, Kyle, thanks for having me. Certainly, I think we're just ready to play somebody else other than ourselves. You know, you get to that time, this time of the year, and you've gone through 15 spring practices and you've gone against each other, and you've gone through roughly 29 practices this fall, and you've gone against each other every single day. And I think the players are just ready to play against somebody else. So we are really, really, really excited about the opportunity here Thursday night. You know, it's an amazing opportunity for us to go on the road and play against the defending MAC champions. Coach Hammock and his staff have done a phenomenal job establishing an identity. They're a 9-win team. They returned 22 starters. They're picked to win the MAC again this year. And so it's a tremendous challenge for us, but we're looking forward, like I said, to going on the road, kind of seeing where we're at and getting a chance to play against somebody else. So just super excited about the opportunity. Can't wait to get going Thursday night.
Thanks, Coach. If anybody has a question, just let me know down in the chat and I'll call on you. Dan, you're up first.
Good to see you, Coach. First of all, I know this was kind of your dream job, and now that it's 2 days away from playing, has that reality set in, or you just been too darn busy with everything?
Well, both. It's been really busy, and certainly it's kind of weird to think, you know, this time tomorrow we'll be getting ready for this last practice and then getting on a bus at 12:45 to head up to DeKalb. But absolutely, you always wish you had more time as a coach, and you know, there's always things that you want to do. But hey, we've all got the same amount of time to prepare. I think we're just ready to go out and play. But as far as the opportunity, again, it is absolutely unequivocally an honor and a privilege to lead this program at this institution. It's a place that impacted my life so greatly. You know, I want to do right by the program, right by our players, and give us a chance to restore our place back as one of the premier FCS programs in the country.
I got one more for you. I'm not going to ask you who the starting quarterback it is, but what I am going to ask you is, what are the chances more than one guy will play on Thursday night?
Well, that's a really good question. So we do obviously know who our starting quarterback is going to be, and how many of them play kind of depends on how the game goes. The goal right now is to certainly play our starter. You know, each of the three guys have done a phenomenal job competing. 2 of the 3 were here in the spring. You know, all 3 were here during the course of the summer, and all 3 obviously here during the course of preseason. Each of them bring a unique skill, and each have shown flashes of moving our offense up and down the field and taking care of the football. But we'll name our starter Thursday night, and you know, we'll just kind of see how things go. But certainly Coach Davis has done a phenomenal job developing all 3 of the quarterback candidates. They've all 3 been really outstanding leaders and been supportive of each other. And so I'm looking forward to watching them get out there and have a chance to work and lead our offense against somebody other than our own people.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll go to Matt next. Go ahead, Matt.
Hi, Coach. You know, EIU has sort of had a rough time against Northern recently. You know, what are your sort of keys to victory if you've got some points to really focus on?
Sure. Yeah, no question. Thanks for the question, Matt. We, you know, certainly recently, just in general, we haven't been where we'd like to be just in terms of wins and losses. But my entire focus since I've arrived here in Charleston, again, this tour has been to connect with our players, build relationships, assemble an amazing staff that are great teachers and mentors and recruiters and motivators, and then figure out what our guys can do. And so this first game obviously is a tremendous challenge. Like I said, playing against an amazing football team on the road, but it's a chance for us to kind of see where we're at and see what our identity will be. And then our job as coaching staff will be to tweak our identity and play to the strengths of the skill set of the hand that we've been dealt, if you will. But certainly this week, you know, to be successful for us, you have to avoid those first game altering plays, if you will. You know, we're gonna have to be really clean in the kicking game. You don't want to give up a big return. You don't want to give an extra possession. Offensively, we're gonna have to take care of the football. Defensively, we're gonna have to take the football away. But just in terms of true wins and losses for us this week, it's going to be specifically about Northern Illinois is stopping the run. They're one of the most efficient running football teams in the country, probably the most efficient non-option based offense in terms of rushing the football. Their offensive line is super big and physical. Their tight ends are massive. Again, Coach Hammock, everywhere he's been, has done a phenomenal job. He's a running back coach by trade, and developing that identity of physical toughness, whether it was with the Baltimore Ravens or whether it was at NIU when he was there before, or whether it was at Wisconsin or the University of Minnesota. And their quarterback, you know, Rocky Lombardi, that transfer from Michigan State, is a winner. And he's a guy that can not only beat you with his feet, but beat you with his arms. beat you with his arm. And on defense, they've got a lot of guys back. Like I said, 22 starters. I know that they're looking forward to kind of seeing where they're at, but it's a tremendous challenge. But we got to stop the run. Got to take care of the football. Most importantly, got to take care of each other and just focus on what we can control. And that's our effort, energy, and enthusiasm.
Outside of a victory itself, I'm not sure if you're a coach that is easily made happy, but how do you sort of view a performance in which you're going to be satisfied with your team? I mean, is it lack of turnovers? Is it like the strong defense, like you say? Is that your focus?
No, I think for us, it's going to be about improving. Every single day, that's our focus right now. It's focusing more on the process, and the results will take care of themselves. We are in a results-oriented profession, and so certainly they do keep score, and somebody's going to win, and somebody's not on Thursday night. So we play to win the game. We coach to win the game, but we focus more here philosophically on the process. And so I'm just looking forward to watching the guys compete. They have to understand that when we go out and play every Thursday or every Saturday or wherever we play and whenever we play, mistakes will be made. But the one thing that has to be consistent is their effort and their energy and their enthusiasm and their love for one another. If we do those things, hey, we'll worry about the final score at the end of the game. But it's just about the process right now and starting this marathon. The 2022 season is a marathon. The entire season is not going to be decided on Thursday night, but it is certainly the first step of those 11 opportunities that we have right now.
Quarterback to be determined, I guess, but can you share a little detail about your running game and how you feel that's going to look?
Yeah. So again, all three quarterbacks have shown phenomenal skill set. Dom Schaffner is the oldest of the three, transfer from the University of Charlotte, arrived here this summer. Zach Weir started one game for the Panthers last year against Austin Peay. Was a walk-on here initially. He's a redshirt freshman. Came in at about 180 pounds. Is about 215 pounds now. Big, strong arm kid. Has a pretty good grasp of the offense. And Jonah O'Brien is probably the biggest of the three candidates. And Jonah was here, played against SEMO a couple years ago, got dinged up. Left to go to Colorado State and has come back. But all three have shown flashes of, like I said, doing what we need them to do. And they've all three improved a ton. So that part of it's awesome. The running backs are probably one of our deeper positions. Coach Turner Pugh has done a phenomenal job with those guys. He's a Northern Illinois graduate himself. Marquenzi Pierre is our biggest tailback. He's a transfer from Syracuse. He's had a phenomenal spring and preseason. I'm looking forward to watching him play. And Jalen Benefield is a guy in our program that, he only weighs in the program about 160 pounds. He's probably closer to 170, but he runs a lot bigger than that. And Jalen is probably one of our most explosive athletes. And we're just certainly going to try to find creative ways to get him the football in space. And hopefully when the game's over, when it's all said and done, those two guys will have, between the two of them, each 15 to 20 touches, whether that's catching the football, returning kicks, returning punts, certainly rushing the football. But they've had a phenomenal preseason and certainly the spring. And again, they're led by our offensive line. And those guys, while they have taken some lumps earlier in their careers when they were thrust into roles starting as freshmen and sophomores, they are now more third, fourth, and fifth year guys and are bigger, faster, and stronger and have played a lot of football together. So I'm looking forward to watching them. We believe philosophically that your team is built inside out, front to back. So if we're strong up the middle on both lines of scrimmage, we'll give ourselves a chance on any given Saturday or Thursday night in this case.
I've heard coaches say that the gap between week 1 and week 2 is incredibly important. You've got a little extra time with this sort of odd Thursday game. What are your sort of, after that first game, what are you zeroing in on the aftermath?
There's no question. I told our football team during preseason, the biggest improvement a football team will make is between game 1 and game 2 every year at every level that I have coached for the last 28 seasons. And so I think, again, it's for us, it's an opportunity to play against somebody else and go on the road in a hostile environment against a very quality opponent. It's an amazing opportunity. And then we'll see where we're at on Friday. Coach Hammock approached us late in the spring, early in the summer about moving this thing to Thursday night. And for us, that was an amazing opportunity to get back here, put this game to bed on Friday, go through our routine, let our guys refresh a little bit Saturday and Sunday, us as a staff kind of see where we really are, having played another opponent, and we'll gain an extra day in our preparation for the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, which will be our home opener September 10th. So it's a win-win for us. We're really excited again about the opportunity Thursday night, but I'm looking forward just to seeing where we're at and then evaluating that and then starting our preparation for the next opportunity.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good questions. Anybody else questions for Coach? All right, they made it easy today. Thanks, Coach, for your time this morning. Best of luck this week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it, Kyle. Thanks so much, guys. Dan, Matt, good to
Yeah.
meet you guys.